Monica? Hi.
Mr. Secretary, thank you so much for your service to this great nation. I have a big question for you. Thinking throughout American history, all of our enemies have been external, all the way through the communist Soviet bloc. The current enemy is Islamic fundamentalism and terror, and while it is external in the form of Iran and the Taliban and other groups and regimes, it's also internal. The threat is here in the form of the Boston bombers, the Times Square bomber, the Muslim Brotherhood, and the stealth jihad. And I worry that our Constitution is not built to deal with this kind of internal threat, an enemy that is religiously driven, that uses our rights and our openness and our tolerance against us. So my question to you is, are we fighting this war the right way? Have we struck the right balance between liberty and security? And how do we deal with the enemy becoming American citizens, as the Boston bomber certainly was, and the Times Square bomber? How do we fight this war in an appropriate way so that we prevail when it's right here at home?
I think we're going to have to find our way towards the right balance and mix there. And it'll be the executive branch and the Congress that will have to adjust to the fact that we are in the 21st century. We are in the information age. Technology has advanced to a point where things change, and we need to understand that and accept that. When 9/11 took place in 2001, there was the study that Johns Hopkins did on dark winter, where they theorized smallpox in 3 locations in America. And within a year, up to 1 million Americans would have been dead under this theory. And that was a backdrop of 9/11 that was on people's minds. And you can imagine if smallpox existed and if swept across this country, states would have martial law. They would have quarantine. When I was a youngster, when you got chicken pox, they put a sign on your house, and you weren't allowed out of your house, and people weren't allowed in your house. And if we had that kind of a biological threat in this country, it would alter. I mean, we're the most vulnerable people in the world because we're the freest people in the world. We want to say what we want and go where we want and do what we want. And in the kind of threat that you've properly described, we have to understand that we're going to have to figure out the way we can live with it.
Todd.
Mr. Secretary.